Guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and I've been going back and forth for a few days, kind of waiting to see if I wanted to cover this topic. But before I do, I want to wish all of you a happy July 4th, and thank you for watching this video, even if it is today or tomorrow or next week. I want to talk about this whole ridiculous issue that is going around about Captain America. Now, I did read the book. I actually dropped off a bit when it came to Ta-Nehisi Coates. His run wasn't for me. Simple. It was like the fallout and division after Secret Empire, and I wasn't interested. So I figured this is a good jumping on point, and I read the book, and it is pretty decent. There are some points that aren't great. There are some points that aren't perfect, but all in all, especially the beginning half of the book, it's good. And it sounds exactly like what I would expect from Captain America. Now, this is bounding into comics. I'm just going to use them as an example. There's plenty of them out there. But saying that Steve Rogers no longer believes in the American dream is ridiculous, because any criticism of America doesn't necessarily equal hate. You should not be accepting every single thing that your country says to you. You just shouldn't. You should be questioning things. So if he's questioning the American dream, what is inherently wrong with that? And not only that, but Captain America has always been extremely political. Civil War, we've talked about this before, about the Patriot Act. He rebelled against the Bush Jr. administration and Reagan. We've seen Captain America quit multiple times. He's outed himself as Steve Rogers and left. He say, one thing is you shouldn't be so blind to patriotism that you cannot see right from wrong. And then, specifically during Watergate, he was unmasked, the top leader in that book, Secret Empire. And it alluded, of course, to it being Richard Nixon. He quit again, and that's when he became Nomad. Then in 1983, we had a book called Captain America No More, where he refuses to compromise his ideals when they want him to, be a government soldier, and he refuses to do so. He says he doesn't work for the American government. He works for the American people. Now, that's when John Walker actually became Captain America. We saw Ronald Reagan as a snake. We saw Bill Clinton literally charge Captain America with treason and kick him out of the country. And then, obviously, there's the Hydra Agent by Nick Spencer. But even stuff like Red, White, and Black, all of these things have always been very political. He's always questioned the country. And to say that he now hates America because... why? Because this is really the first time in a long time that I've seen him similar to... we had Ta-Nehisi Coates since 2018, but this is the first time in a long time I've seen him actually feel like Captain America, if that makes sense, because we've had that run for so long. But here's the panel in question. He basically says, I'm loyal to nothing except the American dream. And that was what he had said previously. I think it was in Captain America 283, I believe. But he says, the dream isn't real. And it's not real for everyone. Yes, I remember in 6th grade, the whole semester was in English class writing about the American dream, learning what it is, and learning that you have to, do hard work and do this. And absolutely, I still agree with that. That is the American dream. But if you look at the white picket fence, that's not everybody's dream. So no matter what your dream is, you can try to achieve it, but it's not always going to happen. And that's the unfortunate truth that you really don't want to tell people, but it is. But then he says, and he wakes up, it goes away, and we're left with a yearning inside, like something was taken from us. At least that's one kind of dream. But lately, spending my days in this country and years, 2 dreams and 1 lie. I don't see the problem here. My biggest thing is you should never, ever agree with everything that your country is telling you. You should always question someone's motives, the reason why they're doing something. If you don't start questioning them and you just, kind of become sheep, then what are you good for? You should be doing something. And especially in a position like Captain America, where his ideals are simply for the American people, not the American government. You can question things. You can question things like the American dream, police brutality, the treatment of marginalized people. Why are these things an issue? Like, if you can make somebody's life better, then do it. I don't get it at all. So we see him go on a little further, and he says, there's this kind of cool word in German, Fernwein. It means loving for the nostalgia. And that word in America is Americana, right? So he's basically saying that, and he talks about the white picket fence up here, that's kind of, we're kind of past that generation, and maybe so, not always in every situation, but no matter what you're doing, unless you're hurting someone, it shouldn't be an issue. Oh, here's where he talks about the white picket fence fallacy and being nationalistic. I think there are three main characters that we see nationalism in. One would be Superman, obviously. Another one would be Black Adam. Huge part of his character. And then I would say, third on the line would be Steve Rogers. But the great thing about Steve Rogers is he's put there to inspire. Just like I talk about Superman, how you're not supposed to be able to relate to him. He's supposed to give you hope. He's supposed to inspire you. And that's exactly what Steve's good for. So looking back at history of comic books, I'm telling you, this has always been an issue with him. He's always questioned and wanted better for the people. He's always been a person of the people. He's always wanted something for the people that deserve it, or the people that are hurting, or the people that are scared. It's not an issue to question your government. He talks about the dream is shared radically with everyone. When someone isn't shared, it can become the American lie, leaving people out. And I understand what he's saying. The lie is a real problem because it comes from an empty promise. A while back, they told me the world, they could come here for a better life, but too often they turn their backs on them. So basically, right now we're standing on the shoulders of giants, right? We are children a lot of the times of immigrants or great-great-grandkids or grandkids. And a lot of times, when they come to America, they do turn their back on them because they have to do it for themselves, and that's a struggle. And I believe that's what he's talking about here. Instead of a dream, you get handed a raw deal. There is a second dream, the real one, but we don't hold it on their own. Heck, we can't even touch it. Okay, so let's talk about the real issue here. He goes on a little bit more, but this whole it's a 5-issue mini series. We've seen quite a few and talked about them on my main channel about the different Captain Americas, each one that he's going to meet in a backup story, all done by different authors and all done by different artists. So he's going to lose his, right now, he's in that low point, right? When you reach rock bottom, when you question everything, when you don't have a dream left, when you struggle, when you want to fight, but you can't. That's where Steve is at right now. And going across America, and spoilers for issue number 1, he does team up with Sam, and I'm sure we'll see John Walker next time, or Bucky, one of the two. He is going to go through these, and these people are what's going to inspire him and make him realize that the American dream is a real thing if you fight for it. And that's the whole point of this. But without giving context, without reading the books previously put out, or looking just a little bit back in history, do a Google search. If you're telling me that this is not normal for Steve Rogers, I would question your sanity. Like, just please type in political comics of Captain America. You can find all of these books I've mentioned. This is normal. This is Steve Rogers, and it's okay. I find it weird to see that people just completely are okay with every sort of governmental entity and you just making decisions for you and it's okay. It's very weird to me. It's not something I would personally agree with, but when people are, making a big deal out of it because he questions the government, that's normal. Like, you should probably be doing it too. That's all I'm going to say. So anyways, happy 4th of July. You can hear me bitch about Captain America, super fun. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.